morning everybody, welcome to this SmartCharts European session, hope you're all well. Alright, so we've had a lot of high impact news announcements out this week, mainly around the US dollar, which is actually created some really good volatility in the market and actually just helped the US dollar trends to continue this week. And we've seen some bearishness in euro dollar, pound US dollar, Aussie US dollar, Kiwi US dollar, seen some rallies in dollar Swiss, dollar CAD, and so let's see if those trends do continue as we see at the week. There's no high impact news announcement out during today, but market will be gearing up for tomorrow's all important US non-farm payroll news announcement, which is a very high impact one. So we'll be keeping an eye out on that. So today, just trading the market flows and really just still looking at the themes that we have been trading, which has been US dollar strength, and let's just see if there's going to be any continuation in that. Now, we've had a decent run so far this week. So as you sort of come into the high impact news announcements tomorrow, you may even consider reducing some of the risk just to protect some of the profits, okay? And that's very important to make sure that you're not giving up gains by the end of the week, and you can actually end up the week with a positive note. Okay, so obviously the way you trade later in the week depends on what kind of week you already had. If you've come from a string of losers, okay, then you want to try to even probably reduce your risk as well, okay, as you see out the week with the higher volatility news announcement tomorrow. So when it comes to trading the financial markets, it's it's also about balancing the mental aspect as well, because of course how you trade mentally impacts your future decisions. So it's about protecting that part of it as well. And of course there's a lot of different solutions around that, a lot of different things you can be doing, but of course it depends on where you are actually in your trading. So make sure you're speaking to your coach, your mentors about those different types of solutions to help you with the mental aspect of trading the financial markets as well. For now, let's dive into the market and let's get an update what's going on from the technical analysis side. Okay, so we look at the tools tab, currency strength indicator. So again, we can see US dollar really up there, okay, and seeing some strength there in the US dollar. So we'll be looking for that theme to continue. So very useful looking at this because you get to see a lot of changes develop throughout the days and can give you a bit of understanding of where the themes are, where the flows are. And if you're really a short-term, fast time frame trader, then you really want to be trying to buy the strong currencies and sell the weak currencies. So you want to pair them on your currency pairings. And if you're maybe a medium to higher time frame trader, you can still look for those continuations as well, of course, but you also may be looking for some reversal opportunities, because if a currency has been particularly strong or particularly weak for some time, then maybe it's approaching some really big long-term levels where you might see some profit taking, you might see some reversal trading opportunities. So quite useful to understand where the market is and what approach you want to have as you go through the trading day, okay? And this is actually why if you go to the charts tab and if you go to the market breakout strategy, on US dollar yen has been highlighted with the London and Sydney trading floors. There's some things going on here. So first of all, your market breakout strategy, one of my favorite strategies, very versatile, helps to identify and trade different types of market conditions, okay? So within SmartCharts, you have all these different strategies across all different asset classes, which simply help you to identify and trade different types of conditions developing in the market. So long-term trends, momentum trends, short-term trends, complex trends, super cycle trends, ranges, consolidations, and all these different things, okay? And so with the market breakout strategy, it's quite different to the others because you can use this one to help identify and trade different types of market conditions on the one strategy, the one chart. And it's a strategy which utilizes moving averages, the yellow line and blue line. And a moving average is basically an indicator which just gives a smooth line of average price direction, just give a quick insight into the trend of the market. And it also utilizes fractals, the green and red chevrons on the chart, and those aim to replicate turning points of the market, okay? For me, when I'm trading, I always like to be trading in the moving average zone. So the moving average zone is being on the yellow line, on the blue line, anywhere between that is the moving average zone. In an uptrend, I consider that to be my buy zone. In a downtrend, I consider that to be my sell zone. Why? Because it just gives me a focus. I could say, well, you know what, last time buyers got into the zone, they did actually turn up and drive it higher. So, okay, well, maybe I'm in the zone again. Maybe more buyers will turn up and keep driving it higher if the trend wants to continue. Okay, you know, I can see here that, oh, well, price is breaking the moving average zone, so I'm not clear on who's in control of the market, the buyers or sellers. So yeah, I just need to wait and do nothing, and look, it keeps on breaking the zone, breaking the zone, breaking the zone. Okay, and now suddenly we've started to stay in the zone and start to bounce off the zone. So again, it can also help filter out those choppy random times where markets just randomly going up and down, those speculators around, to then maybe when speculators are starting to step into the market. Okay, now what we have in this situation on US dollar against the Japanese yen, you can actually see that price in this instance is in a bit of a consolidation as well. So yeah, it's what we call this ascending triangle pattern. So basically buyers are buying this market at low prices, okay, but there's just not enough buyers right now to get above these high prices. So there's a bit of a consolidation, especially if you get these if you've come from some very long-term trends. Okay, the market will consolidate, but then maybe start to build back up. So it's almost like a pressure cooker. At some point, price is going to break outside of this consolidation. Okay, and we will look to trade these consolidations in line with the preceding trends. We'll be looking for the market to break out to the upside and continue to move. And what is quite useful when you're trading these kind of classical chart patterns is to zoom out the chart and just look back historically for the same kind of situation. So for example, if we look right down the bottom here, you can see during this period of time price wasn't making any higher high cycles, but it was making those higher low cycles. So we had this same sort of pressure cooker here. Okay, and what's interesting is that we come from the preceding trend, okay, and now it just started to consolidate, and what happened, price broke through that and continued the move. So we'll be looking for the same kind of situation to develop here, where we're in this sort of pressure cooker and we're just looking for price to maybe break through and continue the move. And what is also interesting is that it has already tried to, right? Because you can see, look, we had a really long-term consolidation there. Okay, so you can see during these high points, really long-term consolidation, where price had a false breakout here, came back inside, tried to reject it but failed, and now look at what has happened. We're now outside of it. It's been bouncing off it, maybe bouncing off it. So we can also see from this long-term consolidation, price has broken out, and maybe buyers could be in control of the market here. Okay, so we've got what we have, a confluence of technical clues, of support areas where buyers may decide to actually initiate some positions. So on top of helping to identify these type of opportunities, SmartCharts will also help with the risk management side as well. Okay, so by clicking the up icon, it will populate an entry price at the blue dot, stop loss at the red dot, target the green dot, which can be adjusted according to your own user preferences. So I'll give the entry level just a little bit more upside, just above that swing high point. Then I'll just readjust the target as well from 1-to-1 reward to risk. And it will automatically do your percentage risk calculations. I like to set an expiry, so at in this time of day we'll give it around sort of 8 hours. So in this instance it's a 1 hour chart, so we'll give it around 8 hours around the US session and see if there's any momentum developing, and then just reconvene later on and see how it's doing and decline or accept the trade. Okay, and so what this means is if buyers actually don't turn up and continue this move, then this pending trade will expire, didn't win, didn't lose, didn't cost anything. If they do decide to turn up though, then this will trigger into a live open trade. Then either it goes to the target level or it goes to the stop loss level. So either it's a winner or either it's a loser. Okay. The key there though is just keeping the risk low. Make sure you're able to deal with the random distributions of wins and losses that develop throughout the days, weeks and months. All right, and again, you may even adjust your risk depending on what kind of trading week you've had as well, protecting your profits. Or if you've been on a bad run, okay, then just reducing it right down as well, until you get some of the confidence back up and speak to your coach about where you've been going wrong and how to improve upon it. All right? Now, if you're not familiar with how SmartCharts is helping you, of course, make sure you're reviewing all your e-learning materials in the Learn section of SmartCharts. There's some fantastic material on there for you to go through. Make sure you're attending all your live events as well, so your online classes, workshops, boot camps, webinars, and of course, you know, your all-important coaching sessions, okay, your technical coaching sessions and your psychology coaching sessions as well. So make sure you're utilizing all those resources available to you. Okay, for now, that's it from me. I'm going to wish you all the best for your trading today, and I'll speak to you next time. Bye for now.